Hey guys, hope you're all doing well. Now for today's video, I wanted to talk about a character from Michael Crichton's original Jurassic Park novel, and explain why he will more than likely die in Jurassic World Dominion. So for those of you who maybe didn't read the book or don't really have any sort of understanding on why this guy has shown up far more in the new Jurassic World movies, Dr. Henry Wu was the main geneticist that helped Hammond create dinosaurs for the original Jurassic Park. Now, in the first Steven Spielberg film, he's not really shown to be of too much importance at all, and in fact, we only get to see him in one small scene in that entire movie. However, when you compare this to the scientist's role in the original book, you'll find that he's a much more prominent character that actually got a lot of time dedicated to him in the story. Well, recently BD Wong has gotten a chance to sit down and talk about his role as Henry Wu, as well as how the character has been treated over the years. And in that interview, the actor actually gave away some really cool information on who Dr. Wu is and what we can expect to see from him in Jurassic World Dominion. Colin's very proud of where he's taken this particular character, Wong said. He kind of rescued this character from obscurity from the original Jurassic Park movie. Years later, Colin came back and said, well, who's not dead? While going through the roster of characters, there was only one person they could really, not even resurrect, but just pull him back from obscurity because he had not been attended to properly as far as I'm concerned. And he has now taken a turn into a whole other world in the franchise and become a much more complex and more interesting individual. If they had attended to all of their loose ends in Jurassic Park, I probably would have been killed. Dr. Wu probably would have been killed. However, he would have had a spectacular death. He would have had an epic, operatic, incredible death that he was robbed of in that original movie. But perhaps reparations can be paid. So yeah, that alone, that just got me extremely excited. What BD Wong is talking about here is the truly terrible and kind of shocking death that plays out for Henry Wu during the end of the original novel, where the man is yanked out of a building and ripped to pieces by a pack of raptors that are trying to make their way into what's left of Hammond's facilities. The specific way in which Wu dies happens after the man has something of a self-indulgent daydream about how incredibly perfect his animals had become. Dr. Wu was so fixated on his work and how truly special it was that he didn't even let it cross his mind for a second that his life could end in an instant from the very things that he'd created. And what these dinosaurs basically do to him is something that Alan Grant alludes to at the beginning of the first movie when he's talking to that kid at the dig site.
Or maybe across the belly, spilling your intestines. The point is, you are alive when they start to eat you.
After being yanked out of the door, Henry Wu is violently torn into by the velociraptors, who then proceed to rip out his intestines and eat him while the man is still alive, not even giving the guy the common courtesy of killing him before they begin eating his flesh. Dr. Wu's death is a pretty graphic and quite disturbing part of the novel, and the first time I read it when I was 11 years old, I gotta say, I totally did not see that coming. And I think that has a lot to do with the fact that I, like so many other people, became fans of Jurassic Park after seeing that first movie. So when I eventually did go back to read the source material, finding out that Henry Wu played so much more of an intricate role with the rest of the Isla Nublar cast was quite fascinating to me. Of course, at this given point in time, we can't say for certain whether or not this will be the way the man dies in Jurassic World Dominion, although I really want it to be. I think we've got a pretty good idea that the guy is probably going to get killed off in the next movie no matter what. Personally, I think this is something that should have happened a long time ago had they given the character the proper care and attention that he deserved, just like BD Wong said, because this guy is literally one of the most important characters in all of Jurassic Park, and to see him sidelined and basically delegated to a glorified cameo in the first movie is really unfortunate for what kind of role could have been shown there. Once you know the source material, you can't really go back to just saying, oh yeah, Dr. Wu, he's in the corner there, he doesn't do anything. Thankfully, Colin Trevorrow has come back and brought Wu into the forefront of the story for his Jurassic World trilogy, which of course, like I've said before in the past, have taken a lot more from the novels than what the first two sequels did back in the day. So it doesn't really come as too big of a surprise that BD is so excited about returning to this new entry and talking about the reparations that may come with it. And as someone who is a massive fan of this character, I gotta say, I can't wait to see what they have in store. Now before I go, I'd like to thank all of my game wardens, as well as all of my InGen executives. I'd also like to thank all of my park workers and InGen hunters as well. Guys, it seriously means the world to me that you've all continued to support me the way you do, and I never want you to ever forget that. Now I'd like to thank all of you for watching today's video, and hope you all enjoyed the content. If you feel like I deserve it, I'd appreciate the like and hope that you'll consider subscribing if you're interested in hearing from me again. I'll see you all in the next one, guys, and as always, take it easy.